where possible. So that we have a population growth per turn. Except in the outposts. Yeah, see, my keen just producing 19, that's not enough. Babylon doing 50, that's not enough. Rome, 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 Rome. So it's just Constantinople that's a bit short at this point. But this should help us catch Marbazir in terms of population a bit as well. Revelatory art. The invention of the movable typeface is a great breakthrough, but it has the potential to cause massive disruption to existing powers. Via the printing press, ideas both profound and dangerous can now be easily disseminated. Artists are in the vanguard of this revolution. So we can censor the art and keep our massive homeland buff. Or we can become slightly more libertarian. $2,000. Probably an extra 30 a turn. That's going to take a while to pay off. Nah. How's my religion? I don't know. I have no control over it. Religion was founded by Green and is a world religion at this point. Harappan shamanism. Which is actually Marbazir's religion, because of course it is. Religion needs to be based on faith output, not number of followers. Because it's too easy to just completely manipulate if you're playing as a high population nation. Oh, look at that. I'm now the top polluter. Well, the thing with the food production is I don't actually know if it can multiply. Because it definitely like adds the surplus. But whether you can get 2 population growth in 1 turn, I don't know. Top polluter? Oh, you mean Operation Petty Victory? Yes! Yes, I do! Sparta. Sparta could try to move over to there, though it would be a bit of a annoying project. Or we could just have you building some other stuff. Like troops. Which we are going to need many of. Although you're about as far away from the fighting as it is possible to get. How about just increasing your... Actually, you're a research center. Why not make some more research districts? At some point we will need more production too. Down here. I should actually start with the production going. And Yazon Rarupa. Population, you still got another 8 to grow. So you are kind of on the front line, so you could do with building... You know what, you need more farms. Which is actually pretty easy for you to get. Scientific method research. This distills thousands of years of speculation on how to discover natural truths into an instrument of razor-sharp precision. 20% cheaper research quarters, plus 10% food, plus 5 science. Alright, so next up we are working on nationhood. Nature reserves, conscription centres. Customs agencies and conscripts. So conscripts are the new defensive unit upgrade. Take us 2 turns to get that, and then after that we can start working on probably electricity, then mechanization, then microbiology, then guerrilla warfare. Microbiology is really good. It's one of the strongest technologies in the game. Massive boost to population growth. We're digging humanity's grave and profiting off it in the meantime. It's perfect. We're still at level 0. I believe that level 1's around 10,000. Pollution. So Brazil is still by far and away the heaviest polluter. With their 3,280 pollution against Australia's meagre 470. Like, we've barely contributed to this. Someone walked into my previous stream and said, hey, did you know that if you press Alt F4 the game brings up a really helpful menu? Yep. Don't do that. Era star unlocked. One of the agrarian stars is done. So we're just 40 away from the next one. And I believe that we now have the equal number of stars to Marbazir. No, he's one ahead of us still. Oh, we've got to build a star too. Nice. We are 23 away from maxing out. And we are now almost 2,000 points ahead of Marbazir. 4,000 points ahead of third place.
So, what do you desire?
Turkey is scared of me. Cool. We are getting closer to being able to merge Thebes into Babylon, or Sippar, or Mycenae. I think we basically decided to go into Mycenae, didn't we? Except you're going to have a massive population of scientists. We're going to have a lot of slots for researchers. Oh hey, our first new warship, which we're immediately going to upgrade to an ironclad. Tier 2 ironclads, heck yeah. And you have made it out to here. And this is again another one where I don't really care that much about the fact that it's going to be a slow one to establish. We're just laying claim to large swathes of this continent to make sure that nobody else can. Unfortunately, Corinthos has got access to the uranium and the oil. Though there is actually oil and uranium here as well. I should probably try and grab those. It's a good science location too. Sippar finished its railway station, which was down here. Yeah, okay. I actually kind of feel like I can just go production, 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 science, science, science. And that's going to keep Sipar busy for a while. Representative government. Though they have been part of the Empire for generations, the people of Barusa have their own distinct culture and traditions, a fact that over the years has sparked both celebration and dissonance. Recently, some of the cities more educated have begun speaking out in favour of representative government. Modern times have brought a hunger for new ideas and leadership, and some of the most brazen dissidents even label you a colonialist who has purposefully kept their people oppressed. How will you respond? I mean, we are imperialists, so we'll study this weird phenomenon.
Reaching the end of an ideology axis isn't extremist. Think of it as being focused, yes? Very goal-oriented.
Nationhoods research, we have conscripts. So that was kind of my requirement for going to war with Marbazir, as I wanted to make sure I had something that could at least defend my cities. Because I'm kind of expecting to get absolutely ruffle-stomped. This is not optimal play. Especially as I have no troops actually in position for doing this.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
I think what I should probably do is start moving some armies down to Asur. Oh man, Asur's going to be hard to take. Look at all those cliffs. Oof, that's going to be rough. I could basically have to attack from that angle. The other thing is, I haven't actually established that many railway networks yet. So I think that is the next thing I need to do, is just start putting in some rail networks. One per city in this region, so Mycene's got one. You need one. Just gonna come over here. And Thebes. No, that's fine. Sipar. Sipar's already got one in the far south, but you need one up here in the north. Babylon definitely needs one. That actually works quite nicely. Okay, so that's a railway for each of you. Then I also want to make sure that we have railways up here. That actually seems reasonable to me. That's going to be lots and lots of food production. I feel like I'm going to do this. So that is Antipura. Let's go down to Rome. Rome Railways. For sure is going to be up there. And having it on your islands is not particularly worthwhile. Constantinople. The big city. There's going to be a fair amount of production down here. Say there. Probably not the best location strategic-wise. I would say that's probably something more like up there. At least you're near the city then. So that's you done, and then Barusa. Needs a railway. Barusa's got several locations that would actually work as a railway. Like here. And here. And here. Right, let's make sure that those railways are prioritized. Sparta doesn't have any. Sparta does have one, down in the south. Railway first. Knossos doesn't have one. And it definitely should. Let's put you like here. Get you built as a matter of priority. Get your railways going as a matter of priority. Likewise with Thebes. Constantinople, they're spread out. Okay, so that's everywhere building railways now. This game has been one hell of a comeback. It really has. It really, really has. Okay, onwards and upwards. It's been fun though. This difficulty I think is spot on. I think the next game that I try will be one continent per player. So everyone's on their own island. With the new world somewhere between them all. He had an incredibly poor start with the food tech spawns in Neolithic. Yeah, that was horrible. And I think it was the stubborn resistance to promoting too quickly that allowed us to get the fame to come back into the game. And then also the spirited defense against Quill. Like those fights over Sipar, that's where the game turned. Sipar was just such a fortress. We've got a regular Barak get gold right here. All the fights over the floodplains out in front of the city. Through this corridor, basically. Littered with the dead of both sides.
Lightning in a bottle. This new power will impact every aspect of society, from public safety to industrial production. Change is coming.
Electricity research, born in the minds of visionaries who tinkered with strange metals, even they couldn't have foreseen electricity's reach. So, wired vaults, market quarter, industry cost, coal generators. That's the really big one. All production on each of those buildings is increased per copy of coal. So we may well want to start buying coal from everyone else. At least those who we like trading
Your
with.
company brings me great cheer, as always.
Oh really, Persia? Aggressive.
My friend, how are you?
See, that's a better way of speaking to me.
I have a proposition for you. I think
Sullen.
you'll like it.
Oh no.
I must
Sorry for
ruminate.
You were doing so well the entire game.
It gladdens my heart to see you this day.
You know what, Quill? We're cool now. Oh, there's strategic resources. Yeah. Good choice. Don't make me come and get them from you.
Have a seat. Have a glass. Let's get to know each other.
You don't have any coal. You do have obsidian though, which is really nice. And gems. No. Not going to double down on the trade too much. Quill looks fabulous in that outfit, yeah. Okay, so we now have 5 copies of coal. So each of my cities should now be uber productive. Oh man, look at the difference that electricity makes. Oi, oi, oi. Babylon. I would quite like for you, oh so close, to make 1,000 science. 1,000 industry and 1,000 science in the same city. That's pretty cool. They need to add Canada so we can see Quill dressed as a Mountie. So we are 8 buildings away from maxing out building stars. We are 20 population from maxing population. We need a lot of kills, a lot of science, a lot of money, a lot of influence, and a lot of expansion. Well, actually only 4 expansions, which we could probably get. France signed the treaty. The armies are now more or less in their positions. Oh, where are the Janissaries? No, it's not you guys. It's not you guys. Where is my Janissary army? Oh, you're... Let's bring you down to here. And then you've claimed that, so I think I'm now going to claim this, just to make sure that nobody else does. And you guys are basically here to resist and repel invaders. I'm really curious to see what Marbazir comes at me with. I bet it's something like nuclear attacks. It's just going to be like, no, press the red button. So Shenrir is starting to reduce the value of his trade with me. Interesting choice, Master Shenrir. Trench warfare. Then we can get bombards. That's when we really take off. Because my artillery is still half price, because we were the Ottomans. City cap. And then combustion. So how many turns is that? 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 21, no, 19, 22. 22 turns to finish off Industrial Era. At which point we'll be at 285. So it'll be 15 turns from the end of the game by the time I actually finish teching Industrial. Stronger, faster, more productive. Mechanization is the dream of tomorrow. Today. All industrial unit industry cost reduced. Industrial silos for more food, but also produces pollution on farmers' quarters. Sawmill, pollution on makers' quarters, and then factories, pollution on makers' quarters. And there's the final builder's score. And here, I am now equal in stars to Marbazir, and we are 2,000 points ahead of him. That's the advantage of taking a little bit more of a slower approach to going through the eras rather than just blitzkrieging like he did. Oh, 27,000. Alright, so my... Oh, 29,000. Son of a... We could, however, get Yasodarupa. Which is primarily an industrial centre, so I would say that's probably going to be an attachment for Sipar. Suddenly Sipar is the biggest city in our realm. And losing food, although that's fixable. Just. So Yasondarupa, for a time my best city, has now been absorbed into my most defensive city, and Sipar has now got a massive front line. And also probably one of the biggest area cities, because this will all have joined together now. So we just combined Buddha and Pest. You've just claimed that. That's that region. We have not claimed this. Let's head down that way.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on. Alpini. Cliffs. Irrelevant. This just means I have the high ground. No sound? There should be. Nobody else has said there's no sound. Okay. Whoa, no, don't do that. Oh, son of a bitch. Wasted a tiny bit of money. That's fine. So I want, considering you guys are on the front line now, let's upgrade you guys to Alpine as well. I have the money. Let's increase our firepower. We'll keep the Janissaries as is. Then the only place that we still need them would be here. You could actually do with some more troops. And there we go, we've just modernized our entire force. Ooh, that feels good. Okay then. Pressing matters. Every year, the great population of your empire, contented in their essential needs, clamour for more and more titillating news stories. It has become clear that, should you choose, these stories will help shape public perception. So we can have propaganda or cost of reducing civics. I don't really care about either. Grievance available.
All those
against
of
Quill.
honest intent may have my ear.
Stealing territory, eh? Well, you need the boost, so whatevs. It's fine. Marbazir's hit 7 again. He's trying. He's trying. And there we go. Now we have a better idea of the level of his tech. It's actually about the same as mine. He just has access to aluminium somehow.
If you seek the greater good,
In certain circumstances, war is a necessary evil. This is one of those times.
I'm a peaceful person, but I defy you.
And so it begins. Oh, he's got reinforcement. Oh, it's the ships. Right, okay. Interesting. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. If you would like to support the channel otherwise, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking, or you can go over to the... or you can subscribe here. I do have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. You can find that at the link which Silver Knight's just put into chat. And I have a YouTube where you can find games similar to this over at the Uptubs, which is youtube.com/MordredViking. We are going to go and find somebody else to raid right now, and we'll see... Oops. Twitch. There we go. What we can do. Oh yeah, Quill's doing his City Skylines challenge. He did say that was going to be a longer stream. Speaking of Quill. Did he say how long it's going to be? 5 to 6 hours, so yeah, it is a longer one. Let's go raid Quill. It's been a while since we've done that, and Quill is awesome. So, head on over to... Oh, they're on a break. Good time to do this then. Go on over to Quill18, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat lit up by the Viking raid. Unfortunately, he is on follower mode, so you will need to follow to get this one through, but you can do Viking raid just like that. Or if you're a subscriber, you can bring the long ships with that one as well. But bear in mind that will only work if you're a subscriber. Anyway, that's it for me for now. I'll be back again 1 hour from now, so at 10 PM this evening for some European of Solace. We're going to be continuing our game of Anbenar. Until then, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you all later. Until then, bye-bye.